Hey now, y'all. We're back at it again. I got a very, very special, amazing guest in the building today. I have Miss Molly Hopkins. Hey, from Livi Lingerie.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, tell them who you are. Where you come from, Molly?
Well, I came from the north side of Georgia, the north-south. Livi Rae Lingerie. We're in Kennesaw. Been in business 20 years. I'm a southern girl with some street smarts. I've been around for a minute, and here I am with you. It's exciting.
Yes. I'm so thankful you came and you said yes.
Well, I feel like whether there's one, none, or a ton, we're going to have fun, and there's always an outlet to tell about what I do.
Yep, and I want you to tell the world what you do today. First, tell us where you came from and how it came about to where you are today.
So, born and raised in Georgia, family of musicians. My grandma taught me how to sew, and I grew up in the church, so I did a lot of music, and I went to school for music, actually. Vocal, piano. I thought I was going to lead a mag choir and teach theory and travel to foreign countries and teach people about Jesus. But she came to see me in a dream. She pretty much raised me. And she had passed away, and she came to see me, and she's like, "You're going to have a store." And she gave me the whole narrative of it. And I'm like, how in the hell?
In a dream.
Yeah, am I going to go tell my dad that I'm leaving a full ride, fully paid school to go to an art school in Atlanta? Because that was in, 96? Do you have a piece of napkin? This gum ain't going to cut it. I mean, I'm going to get choked up. Choked up.
Yes, we do.
I was trying to be cute and cool, but it's sticking, and we ain't need to try to do all that, y'all. I mean, it's real.
Okay, that's right. Because this
yeah,
is real
so
lives, real stories.
And she came to see me in a dream, and I cried for 3 weeks. And I was like, what the you know what I mean? But it was like I'm talking to you, so I had to heed the call. And when I was little and even smaller, I had really big boobs. And she always taught me, like, how to tailor them. She would give me hers, but take the backs in. So I'm like, well, it makes sense. And then I never remembered telling my best friend when I was 12 that I was going to own a bra store. Because, you see all these pretty things and you want stuff and you're like, oh, I don't fit. So I knew from a very early age, but it just was like a repressed memory, I guess. So I ended up at fashion school, worked for a major company in Phipps, which if you know Phipps Plaza, it's a super high-end mall. So everything was so expensive. And I'm like, there's a way to do this. I know. Again, my grandma came to see me in a dream and was like, leave. And I'm like, how do I leave a $100,000 a year job with a child, benefits, and no money to open a store? She laid it all out, and it worked.
In a dream.
Yeah, in a dream, seriously. So those things that stir up in you when you're young, those God winks, those things that are hard to crack, your core, your foundation, which is ultimately the business that I'm in, when you listen, you can hear it. And I used to think, I read this book called Is It God or Is It Gas? Well, it's both. It's both, because when you're so stirred up about something and you know you're supposed to do it, it could make you sick. Your stomach turns, you feel sick inside. That's like the power, right? So,
oh, my God, I just experienced that.
20 years later, I'm here, and I did what I was told. But it came to me from her, and she was the closest thing to Christ that I ever knew. Like, God-fearing woman, totally amazing. Buku kids, big boobies, sweetheart.
Big
did
boobies.
All the things, yes. So I knew.
So that being said, that you knew and you heard her in your dreams clearly, you jumped.
I did.
And tell me about the process of that.
It was very scary because I did have a child, and the very same fear that I was hearing in my head was also projected to me from the people that I work for, because that's what they said when they sat me down at the table. What are you going to do? Mm-hmm. You have a child. And then they kept coming at me. And I was like, well, I'm going to flip this table over in a minute if you don't shut up.
They underestimate the woman of power, right?
But that's the thing. When it's given and you have complete faith that it's going to work, and you can have all the faith in the world, but it doesn't work if you don't. So I just hit the pavement. I started doing all these things that I would have done had I had an investor, had I had money. And I'm like, Let me see if it works.
So the question of that, did you know how to do it?
I didn't. Now, you have to think, this is back when there was no social media like we have today. There wasn't. I mean, it was straight guerrilla marketing. I printed down on some card stock from my home printer, went and tagged cars, did the thing. And I tried to figure out how to buy bras. Like, no one would even sell to me because I left a lady that was very powerful. As soon as I went to sit down, they were like, oh, we're not accepting new clients. I'm like, so another moment. But I had to keep going and figure out the way. So when you come from nothing, when you've just always been like a people person, so the connections really came from personality and perseverance. Because I was like, it's too far late now. I got to keep it cracking. I got to go. You know what I mean?
And that's like a thing that I'm hearing and seeing, like, it's a dog game out here. And how you said, well, very powerful person that said no and kept you from whatever. Tell me how you jumped that hurdle.
I said, what's for me is for me. It was delivered to me. I had to do it. Like, it was not an option. That's why 20 years later, even when I wanted to stop, it's not an option.
And what made you keep going?
My kids and my sheer tenacity and loving what I do. I love what I do.
And let's jump into that, loving what you do, because I had the opportunity of working with you and being in one of your Livy Rae commercials. Look, I'm still fixing it because I don't have my Livy Rae on today.
Mm-hmm. And that's what people do all day long.
And
trying to fix it.
And tell us what that's all about, because it made a difference. It felt different. Tell us what that is.
So my mantra is, let me lift you up. And it's not just about the bra. Typically, women make a decision to get a new bra because A, they hate theirs, B, they've gained or lost weight, C, they just had a baby, they're getting married, they're going through a divorce, or they've just hit 50 and they're like, I love myself, I'm going to wear some sexy stuff, because I think that for the longest time, you know, we're moms, we're housewives, we're this, we're that, we lose ourselves along the way, or we're from the South and it's too taboo to throw on a 50 Shades of Livy Rae, whatever, right? But what I learned was when the curtains closed, the secret spilled out. And I realized that my job was more than just fitting a bra and having over 250 sizes, because I can fit from a lemon to the fair-winning pumpkin.
Yeah, tell them, because let me tell you, I have so many women that come to me, Marlene, I need a good bra. I need to find, and I'm like, Livy Lingerie. Yeah. And I don't think they believe me. So they're going to believe it today. So tell them, like, the difference, like, how you fitted me. Because I thought I was a ABC. She was like, baby, you got on the wrong one.
Well, you have to think about the mechanics, right? Bra construction is very technical. There's so many different parts that go into it. And when you go to a store, they take a tape measure, right? And they say, oh, you're this number. Well, then they add 4 to it because they know that they don't have the scope of the alphabet past maybe like a D or a double. But why would you add 4 if your number is a 32 or a 34?
Because you have them all.
Mm-hmm. We go from 28 to 56.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And there's doubles in between.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because you had ended up telling me I was a F or a G or something like that. I was like, huh? I thought I was
because the equation is your back is smaller, but your bust is fuller. But where we fell short within the marketplace is that they're going to get you in something that they have, and they're not going to admit that it's wrong, because then they got to change the matrix, change the SKUs, do the thing. The greatest thing is that evolution, right? Which is why I'm doing my show in December, Bravolution.
And that's what I was going to say. Tell the world the difference between Livy Lingerie than the ordinary.
So most stores have about 12 sizes. I could see 12 different ladies who technically might be considered the same size, but depending on what cycle you're in your life determines what type of bra is going to fit your bust best. If you're not young, no kids, full, you know what I mean? You can't wear the same bra as a teenager or your daughter, because we've had kids, we lose uppercut volume. I call it the ski slope.
Yeah, I was going to say go down.
They sag. They're over here, over there.
And there's something about the back.
Yeah, and it rides up. So What we do is we fit your bust for the best type of bra that is your accurate size. And it doesn't mean that you're just this number or this letter, right? I mean, you could go to Saks. They're going to say, oh, girl, you're a little too thick for these designer. You got too much hip. You might be a 4 or a 6. But you might could fit a 2 at Target, right? It just depends on the brand, the style. Is it a well-made? Let me just put it to you like this. You cannot buy a Benz and put cheap gas in it. And I say that because a lot of women have surgeries, right? And the first thing they do is go get a bra with pads in it for push-up. But if you just enhanced to get that look, you weren't a candidate for those anymore. You surpassed that. So we have to evolve with bras and brands that these people only make bras. And they're corsetiers. I carry a brand, and for many, many moons, their senior fitter corseted the queen. A lot of Polish brands, a lot of English brands make excellent bras. They're not mass-produced in a factory, and all of a sudden there's 10 million of them across thousands of stores.
Because you especially do your bras.
Mm-hmm. We do, and we make sure that you can have whatever you like.
Yeah, because I don't know, exactly which one, but it didn't have no pads in it or nothing. I got it at home. It's just packed up somewhere.
It's the turquoise one.
Yeah, it was so beautiful I didn't have no pad, and it was just.
That's the Nicole, baby.
It was
she's
real.
Yeah.
How you remember that?
I remember. That's my gift.
Yes,
I remember exactly.
They always ask me.
And you were like,
how you know?
You were like, I'm not a 40C or 38C. I said, no, girl, would you buy a 38 pant? And you was like, no. I'm like, well, you don't get wider way up here.
She did, y'all. And when she did that thing, I felt so sexy, y'all. Had that thing, and it wasn't even padded. And
you don't need it.
I be thinking I need it. And when you showed me and how you fitted the bra on me, because it's the commercial, it's out there, and how you fit it on there. And then how you said something about the back, it was like a relief because I didn't know they had a lot to do with it. Like, even this one now.
90% of the support comes from the band being firm.
Tell them that again.
Low. 90% of a bra. The best thing about it is how firm your band is.
So that being said, for maybe a heavier set, woman, my mom is a heavier set, so her back might roll. So the band would have to be like, what kind of band? You saying it would?
So it needs to sit lower, but it needs to be wider. And this is what I'll tell you. Very poorly constructed bras have cheap material. The stretch factor of it goes this way and this way. You want a bra that stretches around but not up and down because that firmness is what holds it low and holds it in. Are you going to get the dip and flip?
Like I do without the Livy lingerie bra. Yes.
Sometimes it disappears, especially if you're a little bit curvier. You can be like, where'd it go? It's in the things,
I
right?
love it.
You have to think about this. If you're going to drive across a bridge, right, that's going to have a ton of weight, are they going to put a little skinny piece of metal to hold the suspension up, or are they going to get some real serious stuff to last? Keep it up.
And tell them that's what you do.
That is what we do.
And your store is in?
Kennesaw, Georgia. But we also are online at LivyRaeLingerie.com, and we do mobile concierge, and I do pop-ups all across the U.S. I just got back from L.A. I'm headed to Fredericksburg. I'll be in Clarksdale, Maryland. Then I'll be in Sarasota. But all I have to do is get on a video chat. Now, I do use a tape on video.
Okay.
Because it can be skewed.
So you do fit-ins on Zoom?
Yes, I do. You can book Zoom, Google Meets, or FaceTime. And I'll send you a bra box. But I know based on this number and this number.
Because you were really good because you just looked at me and you was like, oh, no, you got on the wrong thing. I said, well, no, I get to see something. She's like, no, you're wrong. And then when you fit it, so you can actually just tell on the Zoom of what they...
I do. Now, on Zoom, like I said, I do use a tape because there could be a skew. And if you don't know, if you have got on a bra that's pushing some to the side, I need this number. So a true measurement is whatever this number is underneath, that's your number.
Oh,
pulled
underneath.
Firmly. And then what is over is your cup and the difference in the inches. So, for example, I measure 34 and like 51. You measure like probably 31 and 38.
A little pie.
Yeah, and that's
right.
7.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, double D, E, F. So you're like a 32F.
I ain't never had no boobies in my life, y'all.
Therefore, it fits. You really
and
do.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
But I got this after having so many children, though. I have to say that because I didn't have it. I always used to put my shirts like this to make it look like I had some breasts.
You was doing like the boys thing, putting some socks up in there.
I was. You know how they used to put the tissue? I
was rolling up the tissue.
I did.
You was doing that. It's funny because they put that book, Judy Blume or whatever. Dear God, It's Me, Margaret. They just put a show out, and the kids and my daughter comes home. She's like, Mom, have you seen this show? I'm like, girl, I read the book, and same age as you. And their mantra was, we must increase our bust.
Yeah, like the booty. I say little booties matter. I'm okay with it, though.
Girl, you got more than a little bit. I see it poking over the side of the chair. It's okay.
It does what it wants to do. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's not. It just depends. I don't know what be going on back there, but she do what she want to do. That's all.
But this is the thing. Are you comfortable within yourself? And if you're not, and you tell me that, I'm going to give you all the tools you need to achieve the look you want. So we do non-surgical boob jobs because we're fully accredited for post-surgical garments. We put the pads in.
To lift it up.
We put the silicones in because I help cancer patients.
Oh, tell us about that.
So if you're not a candidate for reconstructive surgery, or you just don't want another surgery if you've had breast cancer, or sometimes people are born with one breast and no breast, or life hacks, things that happen. I had a girl not so long ago, one of her breasts never developed because she was in a car accident when she was little, and the seatbelt lacerated one side, and so the muscle was torn. The fatty never deposited, so one breast was big and one was not, but she did not want surgery. So we just put in a form and evened it out, so she had symmetry.
Wait a minute. Explain that, though.
So there are silicone forms. So it basically looks like what an implant does, except it's actually breast tissue. You can get it in your skin tone. It can have a nipple.
And you have the...
I have them in my store.
Mm-hmm. And you can do all of this.
Oh,
they
absolutely.
can come to you right now in your store, Kennesaw, Georgia, and get this done. Did y'all hear what... Did y'all hear this?
So you can fake it till you make it, and it's okay. If it makes you feel better, do it. And it's a much more cost-effective way. And it's not even that you're trying to false advertise, but let's face it.
You want to be normal.
I don't have a butt. I just don't.
What I told you, little booties matter.
I wear the pennies that have the hole cut out because
I got some of those.
It pops it up.
Yeah.
And it's not because I want to go out and be like, hey. I mean, I might, but it don't move like that. I played sports forever. My ass is hard as a rock. There ain't no extra fat back there to go like this.
It can't shake a wobble.
I got more in the front than I got in the back.
I think it can wobble.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but my point is, it makes my pants look better, right? Mm-hmm. If I have on a trouser, so that I balance. Mm-hmm. It's not about what I want somebody to be like, oh, she got a dump.
It's how you feel, how you want to look.
Because right now I'm built like a yield sign. They don't know whether to stay or go because I'm like this. Whah! And then my waist get down like this. I am.
Did not say no yield sign.
I don't know. One of my haters said a refrigerator. I said, that's the cool y'all are.
Oh, I had a hater say today that me and the guy was cute, but giving off worms.
Well,
I guess because I'm older. They were trying to say I had worms.
Well, everybody got worms. You can go to a holistic doctor and take and drink something. If you ain't got worms, you can just, hell, God bless you. A lot of folks got worms. They go, you see people, they wash their ass and it's still itches. You got a worm. Y'all eating undercooked meat and terrible stuff. You done laid up with somebody, a pet.
Funny. That's what Juice said. Juice did say, hey, we got to give a shout out to Juice because Juice made this connection. But Juice said when we did the commercial, he was like, you and Molly, you got the same energy. Anybody can hang with Molly, they can hang. I said, oh, for real? He's like, yeah, so your ass is funny. I can cuss up at the 22nd.
You don't want to be superficial. That's the difference. I'm real. Even my friends are like, if they ask me my opinion, I'm going to tell them what I think. It don't mean it's right or wrong. I'm not going to tell you. Let's just say, when you're going out with your girls and you're like, does this dress make me look fat?
You gonna tell the truth or you gonna lie, Molly?
I'm going to tell the truth and say, well, it's not the best pick because I'm a stylist. I can cover up the stuff you don't like. But in truth and love, it ain't the dress.
It ain't the dress.
You had bacon cheese biscuit this morning and some grits. And you drink whole milk. And tonight we're probably going to drink non-Tito's with no calories. And that's the point, right?
Oh, they got a non-Tito's with non-calories?
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Just
you know what I meant.
Yeah.
But the point is, who cares? I got a little bitty friend. She about yay big. Tiny thing. And there the other night, hour and a half in, I'm like, are we still in the mirror talking about this? Are you? Because I'm that girl. I'm like, shut it down right now.
Elaborate on that. What do you mean? In self-esteem?
Well, yeah, but like even with Livy Rae, we started this thing. You cannot say the following: fat, old, ugly, or I used to be.
How about older? I say I'm an older lady.
That just means you're golden.
Yeah, thank you. Because I don't say old because everybody got to get older, right? So I say I'm old. I'm an older lady. I'm not like the regular. I'm 50 years old.
Me too. That's super cougar territory, honey.
Not cougar. We supposed to be baby cougars.
Well, them cubs be coming, girl. I think my face just fired up a little bit. That's a whole nother podcast.
Right, look.
I literally just wrote a song because I'm diving back into what is truly in my heart now that I've got an established business. And I just wrote a song. It's called I'm Still a Catch.
Really?
And the whole
so he called it when he said Dolly Parton. So he was like, what's your music like? It
is. It's a little bit of bass. I mean, because you know what's trending right now. Yeah, is a little bit of
I know my mom would love it.
With a little more heavier on a hip hop type side, but still country. And the whole hook is, I might be older, but I'm still golden.
Might be. I gotta hear that.
Still got a fire, and I'm worth holding. Come on.
Still got a fire. I feel like I
don't
got a second chance.
You don't throw a catch back like me, boy. Come on.
What'd you say?
You don't throw a catch back like me, boy. I mean, we cook, we clean, we get up and go to work. We'll fold your drawers if you need us to.
If you act right.
Just act right.
We're ironing motherfuckers, baby.
Crispy.
With the what they call them? The crease in it. You gotta have a crease in the boxes if you do right.
I know how to buff a shoe out. I don't care. Just act
right. Just act right. Tell them again, Molly. Act right. You heard her. Act right.
What I've realized in this business, though, and even down to ourselves, and us talking about this right now, like the stories that I've heard, the women that I've seen, the things that are unveiled. I'm so grateful that I've been through so much crap in my life because I would not be able to relate and I wouldn't be able to say, you know what? I get you. I've been through this. I know I've been a single mom. I've been overweight. I've been cheated on. I've been doing things I shouldn't have done. You know what I mean? But that's what gets you here. Yes. And when you see what you want to do and it's clear, all that background noise, it starts to fade. And it's no longer gas because you've removed it and now it's God and you're in alignment with your true purpose, right? I tried to shut it down. I'm like, I ain't doing this no more. I don't want to have employees. I don't want to go make sure somebody's up to work.
Let's explain that. Why? So I know how I feel that way sometimes. What gets you there and what helps you out of that? Because we do want to say, fuck it. We don't want to do this shit no more. But what makes you stay in it? What makes you...
Listening to podcasts. Finding people that help get you out of that mental space of yourself that makes you think that you're not doing something right or it gives you directive, right? I never had to have a boss. So I didn't know how to be a boss in terms of my store. I knew how to tell people what to do, but instead of learning how to delegate or putting it in the hands of somebody that could run that part, I was too much involved all the time, and I was too accessible. Anytime there was an issue, people would call me, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to fix it, instead of saying, I need you to figure it out. And I had to, again, rely on the faith and the sense that God gave me to say, you know what, girl, don't go. So I, for the first time ever, was not in my store every single day because I'm like, if it's going to be an issue, it's going to present itself whether I'm there or not. And they're never going to learn how to have resolution, and I'm never going to have a break. So what I realized was that I was getting burnout because the thing that I love is helping people. It's the employee management, the paperwork, making sure that there's toilet paper, the coffee stock, the little things that make our store unique. And I wasn't using my best resources to take away from my over. You know what I mean?
You was basically
and I was micromanaging.
Trying to do everything. You had the hats on everything, and you would, like you said, micromanage.
And you still have to have your hand in it, but you have to have trusted people around you that know what to do. And I finally got that person after going through people left and right. And we paid great. And I had to start vetting people and asking things, interpersonal things. Why are you here? Is it just a cashier job while you're in college, or do you want a career out of this because you can make a lot of money? And are you here to do sales, or do you know how to tailor your conversation with the people to get the sale? Because it's not about the money. And if you connect with the person, they're going to give you everything they got and call somebody else and be like, hey, I need $80 more or whatever. So you really have to role play in a sales position, but you also have to have heart. So I had to start finding people that were aggressive go-getters, but also had the heart connection.
And explain the heart connection.
Loving what they do.
Caring
and
about
having
the people.
Understanding instead of coming to the back and being like, because it's real, y'all. I'm going to be real right now. People have issues. Sometimes they come right in, ain't had no bath, stink, funk, hate themselves. Like, we are straight therapists for real in the dressing room. So it was like, okay, remove yourself from that for a moment. Did you come to work this morning on something? You don't know what happened right before that person walked in the door, and come to find out sometimes people, they would send an email and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I wasn't very kind today. I just found out that my son was diagnosed with this, or my mom just died, or whatever the case may be. And I said, your feelings have to be hung up when you walk through this door, because you have to be a sounding board. And if you are not well enough within your own constitution of yourself, this ain't the job for you, because it's heavy.
Because I have to say, even when we met, I was still in a heavy mode. And just the bra itself, and you showing me the difference, because we got the video of you teaching me the exact, form and putting it on and how it feels. Like, I feel like a star coming out of there with that bra on. Like,
and it was the color.
It was the color.
I'm going to tell you why. Because you're going to pick a nude or you're going to pick a black, because people of color typically get black or they get nude.
Yep.
Well, that's not really my skin tone. It's not yours either. Most women of color, whether they're mocha, latte, ebony, cappuccino, whatever. And white people always want white, right? But I'm kind of peach. You're kind of peach. We're actually very similar in tone. I had been to the beach.
I told him that about the light, and I said, well, she about me.
So when you put color on, right?
Because I have to say,
it brightens. It's vibing.
I was gonna say, because it brightened my vibe. Like, I felt like a new person walking out of there. Because I think I wore it out of there. I don't know, or when I got home. Well, I know I tried it on there, and I was like, oh shit, she was right. Because I had no idea it was a big difference between the bras. I mean, I know we have the bras and they don't fit right, and I just thought that was the norm. But when you taught me the difference, I felt like a brand new person. I was like, I need to go in there and buy all. Like, my whole closet need to be Livy Lingerie.
And I have loyal people like that, but it was because that first initial emotional connection that I made with them in that moment. And I don't care your sexual preference, if you're going through changes, your race, your religion. I mean, I've had to learn how to tailor garments for women that are Mormon. They wear bras over a camisole because it's a religious thing. And believe it or not, most Muslim women have the finest undergarments on the planet because they have to be covered up all the time. So they spend a lot of money on their undergarments to feel sexy, because otherwise it's And I don't know if it's necessarily the feel of the association, but
it's a mind thing. Yeah, it's a mind thing, because I have to say, like, even like that one bra, like, changed my whole mindset. And it made me feel like, I don't know, it made me feel like I had power. It was like, yeah, I'm
because it's underneath your clothes. And that's what I tell people all the time. It's our own personal superhero cape under our clothes.
See, I didn't even know that. I just know
I tell people that. You did it. You're like,
I did.
oh, girl, she was ready to fly.
Because I did, because I never knew how important
that's why
fitting
I have this
the
tattoo
bra
on my arm.
Oh, see, and I didn't even know that. Y'all see this? She
And
got
it says
Superwoman.
evolve.
I just said Superwoman.
It's a cross between Betty Page, who first came out. It was very controversial, and a pinup calendar for the guys at war because they needed them to
motivate them.
And then
they needed some
everybody has a superhero, right? Like, so it's like a reminder that I'm my own superhero first.
I'm so scared.
I gotta save me.
Tattoo.
I try to save people,
but
we're always evolving, right? Because you have to learn, and I think that's what makes what I do amazing, because you gotta know times are changing. People are going through with their gender identity crisis. People are emotional. People do not want to feel this way. They do not want to be objectified.
And you see a lot of people with BBLs, and you're
Absolutely.
like, wait a minute, they got all this and all that, and I'm still little old me and little that. So
and you have to learn how to say the right thing. And if you don't say the right thing, you have to look at people's face in the mirror to tell their comfortability level. So this is not just some retail store it's very therapeutic.
No,
and
it
works.
Yes, because it worked for me. And like I said, that was at a time, what's this, about a year ago or so? You know, I was still in my beginning stages, and juice to tell you. And I was just like, I was amazed, because I'm just going to keep it real. I've never been to a fitting for a bra. And to be there as a PA, and then being in your commercial, and you showing me the importance of a bra, I'm like, everybody needs to know this.
But you have to think about it, right? Foundation first. If your foundation is not right on your house, it's going to crack. If you don't have the right foundation for your makeup, it's not going to go.
Ain't putting it on it. Yes.
But you look beautiful, right? It doesn't
thank
matter.
You. Thank you. Me too.
If your foundation under your clothes isn't right,
you don't feel,
you don't look the way you want to. And there's so many ways that you can disguise the little things that we don't love, right? And knowing how to dress that part for yourself is all that matters.
And when I tell y'all she's not telling a story, I had the opportunity, the honor to witness it and feel it for myself. If y'all don't know, you have to go and see the commercial.
But you can say even there with Melissa, the girl that wears the largest bra that we carry.
Yeah, Melissa was there that day. Oh my goodness. And then, so that's the people that have been coming to me. I have another, she's she does Bosses, and Boss Says How I won the Actor of the Year, and she was like Actress of the Year, and she was like, Marlene, I can never find the perfect bra. I was like, I got the perfect person for you. I don't know if she looked you up yet, but she's gonna look you up after this. She's gonna see it's real. I don't think she thought it was real. Livi Lingerie, and like, so how long has Livi Lingerie been born?
2006, June of 2006. I left my company at the beginning of 2006.
That's when you were saying?
And literally it was birthed
and
within like 5 months.
Because I don't know if you guys know, this is Molly Hopkins from Double Divas, Lifetime Double Divas, 90. You did
that? I did.
I did not know you did that.
I did 7 seasons of it. I'm the OG.
You the OG,
the original pillow talker. Yeah.
So can I ask you? Can I ask you a couple questions about that? So the 90-day fiance thing. You're not married, so I guess it didn't work. Or how did that go? Like, what was that about?
So basically, obviously, I'm older, right? And I didn't have my person, and I'm like, was 40 on a trip in
I want to do
DR.
I want to do it.
It was incredible. I really, loved it. But when I didn't know anything about the show, but my business partner at the time was like, you're going to kill me. I put you in for this show. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, you've got a boyfriend for 3 years in a foreign country, and he's about to come here, and y'all are about to do the 90-day process. So I pitched you for this show.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. So at first I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But then I was like, oh, well, let's leverage it, right, for branding or whatever. Absolute disaster. People love me. But what I didn't know, which if I had done my research, but I wasn't thinking about all that, is that a lot of people, I'm going to tell y'all right now, the DR gets a bad rap. Nigerians get a bad rap. It just happens. They're known for scamming women and all that stuff. But it wasn't like I just met him. I mean, this was a 3-year back and forth. So back to my roots, I was doing mission work.
So was he a scammer? Was he not real?
He was real. But He was grooming me to get here.
Oh, to get him a green card or whatever.
I wish he'd have just said, "Hey, girl, I need some money. Get me up here." You know what I mean?
You would have done it.
I didn't have to put myself on display. But again,
so that was a true story.
Oh, yeah, for real. And I'm glad I did it. Because when I went to visit, his parents were Pentecostal pastors. And they had this big Jesus mural on their house. And I would go into the middle of the capital city there at Santo Domingo, and it reminded me of being little, like really connecting with Spirit and God, because they didn't have no money, and it's poor. And I would bring Dollar Tree coloring books and crayons, and these little children, like 50 of them, sitting around story time, and they lit up. And it made me come home and tell my kids, "You guys are complaining because you didn't get the newest iPhone for Christmas or whatever." I'm like, sit down. These kids were so excited for me to bring pizza in. We could order pizza any night of the week. And they were grateful. And they hugged me. And it was magical. So for me, it was really just diving back into that spirituality of why we're here and what we're supposed to do. I loved it.
So that takes me to say, and then we're going to go ahead and finish it up. But that goes to say, to me, everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
Nothing is just in vain. If we take it and use it as a, I call it a spiritual tool.
Absolutely, it is.
So that's kind of cool. Like that. Like I hate we're out of time.
That's all right.
Because I want to talk about yes. And I know I talked to your team. I'll be joining y'all on the mission. I have no idea yet, but I know we're gonna be working, and I'm so excited that you're here. We started this a year ago. Me being on your commercial, Livy Rae. You teaching me about the bra difference, and she's coming. She's here now. And thank you so much, Molly. Tell everybody where to find you.
So we are north of Atlanta in Kennesaw, Georgia at 543 Roberts Court, but everything Livi Rae Lingerie, and that's Livirae, Lingerie, Lingerie, all roads Livi Rae lead to me in our store.